My parents told me they couldn't waste my brother's inheritance on my life-saving surgery. When I was 20, I was diagnosed with a rare but treatable heart condition. The surgery was expensive, but my family was wealthy enough to cover it without a second thought. However, at a family dinner I'll never forget, my father sat me down and told me that after careful consideration, they decided they couldn't liquidate the trust fund intended for my brother's Ivy League education and future business ventures just for a surgery with a risk of failure. They basically told me to accept my fate while they bought my brother a Ferrari for his 21st birthday. They called me a sunk cost and told me to spend my remaining time being grateful for the life I had already lived. But I didn't die. I moved out that night, took out a massive high-interest medical loan, and found a teaching hospital willing to take me on as a trial patient. I survived the surgery, worked 3 jobs to pay off the debt, and spent every waking hour studying the very medical technology that saved me. I eventually developed a patented cardiac monitoring software that revolutionized the industry. While my golden brother was busy losing the family's millions on failed nightclubs and a lifestyle he didn't earn, I was building a healthcare empire. My family hadn't heard from me in a decade, and they assumed I was either dead or living in poverty. Last month, the private hospital where my father was being treated for a sudden stroke went up for sale due to a massive financial scandal. I didn't hesitate. I used my company's capital to buy the entire facility through a silent holding company. I walked into my father's luxury suite not as a grieving daughter, but as the owner of the building. My mother and brother were there, arguing about how they were going to pay the mounting medical bills now that their own accounts were empty. When they saw me, my mother actually had the nerve to ask if I had finally come home to help the family during their crisis. I didn't give them a penny. I showed them the original sunk cost letter my father had written me 10 years ago. I told them that per my new hospital policy, unfunded patients were to be moved to the public ward to make room for viable investments. I watched as my brother, the one they sacrificed me for, had to help wheel my father's bed into a shared room because they couldn't afford the private suite I now own. I told my brother, "You got the Ferrari and the Ivy League degree, but I got the one thing you'll never have, the deed to your future." Now, my extended family is calling me a monster and a sociopath. They say that no matter what happened in the past, a father's life is more important than a petty grudge, and that I'm the asshole for treating a sick man like a business transaction. My brother is posting on social media, claiming I'm torturing my parents for my own ego, and that I should have used my wealth to be the bigger person. Some people are even saying I'm the villain for playing God with my own family's healthcare. So I have to ask, am I the asshole for refusing to pay for my father's treatment and moving him to a public ward after he refused to pay for my life-saving surgery? Or is this just the ultimate ROI? Let me know in the comments if I'm the hero or the villain, and hit that subscribe button for more daily stories.